Hello and welcome to episode number 6 of Re-Record, which this week is going to be Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division. Originally recorded in 1980, produced by Martin Hannett at Strawberry Studios in Manchester. This week sees the 40th anniversary of the death of Ian Curtis, so I thought this would make a pretty fitting tribute. So, without further ado, Love Will Tear Us Apart. Okay, I'm going to do a mix and recording rundown thing, and if you're interested, then stick around. If not, then please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. For everybody else, let's have a mix rundown. Okay, so drums. I basically recorded the drums in 2 bits. I did the kick and the snare first, and then I overdubbed the hi-hats because they're just insanely fast, in fact too fast for me. So I played just half-time hi-hats, which is 8ths, and then I put a delay on the hi-hats to give it a kind of 16 feel. The kick has got a bit of EQ, a bit of bottom end boost there, and a lot of beta EQ boost here at around like 4K, just to make it really clicky. It's going through a purple compressor, and then another big 4K boost I just, yeah, the SSL wasn't getting enough boost, so I had to boost it even more. That sounds like this. So yeah, super clicky. You can hear the snare bleed there. So I have a send coming off the snare drum, which is basically side chaining a gate on the overheads, which also have a double lock compressor. And after the gate, they have some AMS RMX16 room setting. Then basically all of that stuff, except for the kick. So basically all the snare and overhead thing is all being bussed again to be glued together through some EQ, bit of a top boost thing there, a compressor, a wow control, and then a little lift there at the top. And it does then go to another reverb, which again, just trying to kind of glue it together. So that's the drums. So the drums basically sound like this on their own. Let's see now. So you can hear there that hi-hat is doing the 16 thing, thanks to the automated Echo Boy. Okay, so then the bass it was a little distorted through the amp. I was using my rerun bass amp with my Dynacord cab. That just has a little bit of EQ, does it? No, I sort of got rid of everything. Okay, so this isn't actually really doing anything. It's got a little bit of compression, but that's it. Tiny bit of reverb as well. Bass sounds like this. I mean, I think it was actually driving the preamp quite hard. It's almost clipping there, but I mean, in the mix it sounds all right. Okay, then. So the main electric guitar riff, I had, because I think on the record it's an electric 12-string. So I had an electric 6-string and electric Nashville strung to kind of make a 12-string between them. On the normal 6-string, I just have a wow control just to soften it a little bit, and then all of it, both the Nashville and the 6-string, they get put through this big whopping great chain here. So there's a decapitator, quite a lot of distortion there, driving that a bit. Then they go through an Echo Boy to get a chorus. I'm just using this as a chorus, basically. So very short echo time, and it's on this chorus style, quite heavily saturated. I mean, this sounds really good, this Echo Boy chorus emulation. It's cool. And I've got another chorus here, pretty heavy on that. Some EQ I was trying to kind of scoop the mids using this thing just by boosting the tops and the bottoms, and then I gave up boosting the bottom. And anyway, I just left this there, boosting some top end, a wow control to, yeah, lots of color, saturation. And then a little brightness at the end and a little bit of presence there, a little bit of 7K presence, quite wide. Yeah, it's the thing with digital recording is that often when you compare it to old recordings, especially something like this, which is pretty rough, you know, in its way, you kind of need these multiple layers of a bit of saturation and then kind of brighten it and then cut the top off and then brighten it again, and it's how you sort of build sort of harmonic stuff into the sounds. You know, it sort of makes them just sound a bit more kind of, I don't know, yeah, organic or something. Anyway, that's also got a bit of reverb. It sounds like this. So there you go. There's also the acoustic guitar at the beginning, which I'm not sure. In the mix, it sort of seems like it disappears for the whole song and then kind of appears again at the end. But I have a feeling that maybe it is in there and it's just kind of adding to the padness of it all. So I left it in all the way through. I automated with a clip gain thing at the beginning. So I had it a lot louder at the beginning and then it just drops to nothing basically throughout the song. And then at the end it comes up again for the outro. So anyway, the Nashville sounds like this. And again, that's basically me making a 12-string guitar out of a Nashville strung acoustic with a normal strung acoustic. That's what they are. And they just have a bit of decapitator on them. The Nashville more driven, because on the record it has this real like biting top end on those guitars. So I wanted to drive that thinner guitar. So yeah, sadly I don't have a real Solina here, but I did recreate the sound on this fake Solina, which I think sounds pretty spot on to the record. Actually, I think this is a good one, and so that's being decapitated a little, and a bit of a wow control, quite strong wobble actually, just to give it even more wobble. Yeah, lots of reverb. Sounds like this. Right, then we have the vocal, and this has a decapitator being used to drive it and brighten it slightly. And then it goes through here and we have even more brightness, a bit of a low end cut. It's kind of doing the same thing as the decapitator. But sometimes I like to use the decapitator to start with, to kind of do some like broad stuff, and then I'll put it through an EQ like this just to sort of carefully sculpt it a little bit more. I'm then taming the top end with this Soothe thing, which is amazing. I don't know if you know this thing, but it is really amazing, but use it carefully because it can destroy things as well. But yeah, that's a cool one. Chorus, and then it has its own reverb, which is, I just wanted to find the right kind of AMS sound. Then everything is compressed, so it glues it all together, just mushes it into one thing. And then a little bit of wow control, just taking a bit more of the top end off and saturating it a bit more. I just love this thing. Anyway, that's got a tiny bit of slapback delay. I don't think you really hear that anymore. And a bit of reverb, but I don't think you hear it. So this is the vocal sound. When routine bites hard and ambitions are low and resentment rides high, but emotions won't grow, and we're changing our ways, taking different roads, then love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again. So there you go. This was really fun to do this. Much more of a mixing exercise than a playing exercise. It was quite simple really, but just amazing production. Martin Hannett, fantastic, and amazing vocal performance. Ian Curtis, really respect. I had tears in my eyes when I was singing it. It's very, very moving lyrics when they're put in context like that. Incidentally, another reason I wanted to do this song is because I've been really aware, like personally, I have some pretty serious demons that come out from time to time, and this lockdown thing, I'm pretty sure, is making people with mental health issues struggle more than usual. And so I think it's good to talk about that stuff. You know, don't bottle it up. I think that's the way to get through this, is by talking about it, and yeah, looking after each other, and don't be embarrassed if you're struggling, because everyone's struggling and there are always people in the same situation as you. So yeah, look after each other. I'm going to put the mix and the stems on my Patreon. If you want to subscribe, then that would be lovely. Please subscribe to my channel. Just hit the subscribe button below. That would really make my day. And I'll be back next week with something around 20 or 30 years before this. Going to try a kind of 50s thing next week. Anyway, I will see you then. Thank you very much.